Hey everyone, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I've got my $1,000 in singles here, and I'm about to show you what I found. First of all, for this week's tip, have patience. That's a huge one. Have patience. I don't know how you guys have been doing your searches or how well you've been doing in your searches, but when you grab that first strap and you get through 90% of it and you haven't found anything, or you get through the whole first strap and then you start halfway through the second strap and you still haven't found anything, it gets a little disheartening. And just have patience. The stuff is out there. I can guarantee that. I've gone through 1,000 bills and I had 3 full straps that had nothing in them. And then you get days like today where you find tons and tons of stuff. So have patience, and hopefully you guys will come up with a day like this real soon. All right, let's see what I got here. I got a couple Where's George bills. I love going to Where's George. That one's I think I've seen this one before, but I've seen this type of sticker, but never with this as well. So I think that's going to be a new one. And I found 2 of these. So these 2 here are both Where's George's from the same person. And they're also consecutive notes. So somebody took the time to go through an entire strap, mark the entire strap, and I got 2 of their consecutive notes. So I will, of course, enter those in there. And let's see what else we've got here. I've got my standard set of trinaries, 0s, 3s, and 8s on this one. 0s, 9s, and 1s. This is 5s, 7s, and 9s. 1s, 3s, and 7s. 2, 4, 6. 1s, 3s, and 7s. One away from a binary, I know. I'm not going to say that, though, because one away doesn't make it any closer to a binary. Just like this one is one away from a binary, but it's still a trinary. 0s, 4s, and 8s. Yep, still a trinary, still a keeper. Nice low number, though, with 4 zeros to start with. Ideally, you want to see 5 zeros to start with for it to be considered a low number. But when you look through as many bills as I do, that's a pretty low number. You got to remember, if this was 9999 all the way across, that's 99 million for a number. 99,990,000, so 100 million bills. So to find any fancy serial number or find any bill under 1,000, that's an impressive feat. All right, this one is quad 3s. You can see the 3 3s in the middle there. Quad 4s to finish this one out. Quad 5s, and it does have the 5th 5 to go with it. So 5 of a kind, but quad 5s. Quad 7s on this one. Somebody wrote on it, so it's probably going to go back. Quad 8s. Now, I actually got a small portion of new bills, and you're going to see that this one is also quad 8s. I was lucky enough to get, just a small packet, but they all had the same prefix to start with. So these quad 8s are on this bill. They're here. They're here. This one is also a trinary, 3s, 5s, and 8s, with the quad 8s and the 5th 8 to go with it. I'm sure my currency collection would have fun with this fancy serial number. Once again, the 3 with the quad 8s. The 3 with the quad 8s. And then we get to my stars. 2017 here. 2017. So lots of current stuff as far as stars go. And my pile is inching its way up. This may be my last video until I may do my star search video next, just because I've gotten enough of these to make it worth my while. I am hoping to show you guys some rares, or I should say hoping to re-show you guys some of these. For all I know, some of you guys have looked up these to see if they're rare or not. But yeah, lots of stars in this batch. And then we get to the older notes. 1999. Another 99. This one's in decent shape. This one is not. Yes, torn in half, taped together. 1999. Been through the wash. Definitely going back in circulation. But it was still a find, so I pulled it. Now, here's 1995. And it's a star note. So that is pretty cool. That's found in circulation. I may even check that one in the book, not just on the website. Here's a regular 1995. That's not an ink smear, it's just dirt. 1995 on this particular one. 1993, always double checking, especially when you see just a little bit of mark there. You're wondering, is that a Webby? Nope, not a web note. And the oldest bill that I had here was a 1988A. Not in the greatest of shape, but a 1988A. Still a chance for a web note, but not to be. So that's what I found in this week's search. I was going through my history on this channel, and I was looking to see if I had any bills that didn't get a number of views that I thought they should get. And I did happen to find one bill that I thought deserved a couple more views, so I decided to bring this one back out just so you guys can take another close look at it. I've got my 1934A $1,000 bill. It's one of my favorite notes because usually if anybody's going to show you a large size note, they show you a $500 bill. It's not very often that someone gets to see a $1,000 bill up close and personal. So every once in a while I'll take this one out of the box, and when I go do my rounds, when I go pick up my $1,000 in singles, I'll ask the teller, hey, can you break a big bill for me? And they're like, yeah, sure. And I'll put this on the counter. And yes, I did have a teller grab the bill, look at it, and then start to take it out. And I said, no, stop. And I had to stop them. And I said, I don't want to get rid of that bill. She says, oh, I didn't think it was real. I was going to put it through the machine. I said, no, don't put my $1,000 bill through the bill counter, please. It's not perfect. You can see it does have the rust marks on the back. It was paper clipped at one time. But this one is still a 1934A $1,000 bill. Shows Grover Cleveland as the president on there. 1934, of course, they took off the gold. This is redeemable for lawful money, it says. It used to say redeemable in gold, but after 1933, none of the notes say that. So 1934 and 1934A was the first one to have it say lawful money on there. So that is my 1934A $1,000 bill. Not in the greatest of shape, like I said. It does have a little ink mark up here on the corner, but you don't get a chance to get a hold of these. So while I've got it, let's see what the book says. And if I pop this open, there we go. Take that out of there. $1,000 notes. 1928, 34, 34A. Mine is out of Chicago. There was 134,400 of these made. About $2,200 on that note. $3,500 if it was choice uncirculated. And that's about what I've been seeing on eBay, right around $2,000, $2,100. That's what I've been seeing for eBay sales for just about any $1,000 bill. So I'm pretty content that price is accurate on this one. I'm not complaining. Having a $1,000 bill worth double face value. I didn't buy it for face value, but I didn't buy it for $2,200 either. So that's what I've got for you this week. Like I said, I was looking at the views, and this one didn't have a whole lot of views, so I figured, well, let's bring this one out again and let everybody get a good look at it. Alright guys, so that's what I've got for you this week. If you learned anything new, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. If you comment, I will respond. I respond to every comment I get. Thanks you guys for watching and keeping me going. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys next week.